Good morning, students. Class 12th, chapter number 5, lecture 9 homework, and lecture number 10. In today's lecture, first of all, I am going to discuss two questions from the homework part, and then we will move to a new concept of higher order derivatives. Let us start with homework questions, exercise 5.6. I am starting with question number 9. In question number 9, x is given as a secant theta and y is given as b tan theta. We have to find out what? Dy by dx without eliminating the parameter. Parameter here is theta. We'll differentiate x with respect to theta first. What do we get? A as it is. Differentiation of secant theta is secant theta into tan theta. Now we will differentiate y with respect to theta. So we will get dy by d theta equals b as it is. Differentiation of tan theta is secant square theta. Now to find out dy by dx, we will differentiate. We will actually divide. Let me write dy by dx equals dy by d theta, which is b into secant square theta, divided by dx by d theta, which is a secant theta into tan theta. Secant theta and secant theta getting cancelled. B by A. The secant theta can be written as 1 upon cos theta into tan theta can be written as cot 1 upon tan theta is cot theta. That can be written as cos theta upon sin theta. Cos theta and cos theta getting cancelled. The answer that we are left with is B upon A. 1 upon sin theta is cosecant theta. So this will be the answer for question number 9. Let us move to question number 10. In question number 10, they have given us x as equal to a into cos theta plus theta sin theta, and they have given y as equal to a into sin theta minus theta cos theta. Let us differentiate x with respect to theta. We get dx by d theta equals a as it is. Differentiation of cos theta is minus sin theta plus in theta sin theta we will use a product rule. Theta as it is. Differentiation of sin theta is cos theta plus sin theta as it is. Differentiation of theta is 1. Sin theta and sin minus sin theta will get cancelled. We have a theta cos theta. Let it be first equation. In the second one, we'll now differentiate y with respect to theta. We get a as it is. Differentiation of sin theta is cos theta minus, we will have inside the bracket theta as it is. Cos theta differentiation will be minus sin theta, okay, plus cos theta as it is. Differentiation of theta is 1. So this is what we have. Let us simplify it. A cos theta minus and minus will become plus theta sin theta. Outside the bracket there is a minus sign, so this will change to minus cos theta. Cos theta getting cancelled. We have a theta sin theta. Let this be second equation. Now we have to find dy by dx. That will be calculated by dividing dy by d theta, which is a theta sin theta, with dx by d theta, which is a theta cos theta. Dividing it, we get the answer for dy by dx as tan theta. Clear? Now we will move to our next exercise concept, which is higher order derivative, and you will be learning second order derivative now. To understand second order derivatives, let us first take an example. Consider the function y is equal to x cube. When you differentiate y with respect to x, we get d by dx of y equals 3x square. Now you observe the differentiation of y, the first order derivative of y with respect to x is 3x square, which is itself a function of x only. Clear? Now we can differentiate this function again. When we differentiate this again with respect to x, we will write d by dx of dy by dx, because we are again doing the differentiation, so we will get d by dx of 3x square this side, and the answer will be 6x. This representation, when we differentiate first order derivative, that is dy by dx with respect to x, again it is written as d square y divided by dx square. This is the representation for second order derivative. This is how we write, is equal to 6x. We may write the first order derivative as y dash, we may write it as y1, right? Or for the second derivative, we may use y double dash and y2. We can use this representation for second order derivatives. So in your exercise 5.7, they are asking you to differentiate the function, the first order derivative, and to find the second order derivative, right? So they're just asking find the second order derivative for the function. I am discussing question number 1 of your exercise 5.7. So I'll mention just first the exercise only. Exercise 5.7. So we have the first question of the exercise as y equals x square plus 3x plus 2. First of all, to find the second order derivative, it is needed to find first order derivative. We'll differentiate the function of y with respect to x, that is first order derivative. When we differentiate, x square will be 2x, 3x will be 3. Differentiation of 2 is 0. Now we will again differentiate dy by dx with respect to x. That means we are finding this second order derivative. Whatever answer of first order derivatives comes, you have to differentiate it again. Now 2x differentiation will be 2 only and 3 differentiation will be 0. So the answer is 2. So we write it like this. The second order derivative d square y by dx square equals 2. This is the answer for your question number 1. This is how you are going to solve. Let us solve another question now, which is question number 3. In question number 3, they have given the function to us as x into cos x. Pay attention here. We will first use product rule to find the first order derivative. dy by dx will be x as it is, differentiation of cos x is minus sin x, plus cos x as it is, and differentiation of x is 1. This is first order derivative that we have calculated. Clear? Now we will again differentiate this with respect to dy by dx will be differentiated with respect to x again, because it is a function of x. Now when we do that, we get, see, again product rule will be used. I am keeping the minus out. X as it is, differentiation of sin x is cos x, plus sin x as it is, differentiation of x is 1, plus cos x, differentiation of cos x will be minus sin x. So what we will write here? Minus sin x. Now simplifying the equation further, see, we have minus x cos x. Now see here what we will have? Minus sin x and minus of sin x. So we will have the answer as minus x cos x minus 2 sin x. We can add minus sin x and minus sin x. So this is how you are going to solve question number 3. Let us now move to the next question, which is question number 5 that I am going to discuss. In question number 5, they are asking you to find the second order derivative of the function y equals x cube into log of x. Again product rule will be used. So let us first differentiate it with respect to x. What we get is, see, differentiation of u into v will be first function as it is, into differentiation of log x is 1 upon x, plus then log x as it is, and differentiation of x cube is 3x square. Simplifying it further, we can cancel x and can write here x square plus 3x square into log of x. Clear? Now you can take x square common and then again apply product rule, or you can simply solve the equation. Let us solve it. Again differentiating dy by dx with respect to x, we get d square y by dx square. Let us differentiate. X square differentiation will be 2x. Now here two functions are there. We will be using product rule. 3x square as it is first of all, right? And log x differentiation will be 1 by x, plus log x as it is, Differentiation of 3x square is 3x square is 6x. Solving it, we get 2x plus x and x getting cancelled. We have 3x plus 6x into log of x. 2x and 3x is 5x plus 6x into log x. So this will be the answer for question number 5, or we say second order derivative of the function x cube into log of x. Let us go to the next question now, which is question number 7. You see, all the questions are of the same kind and not difficult to solve. Y equals e to the power 6x into cos of 3x. Again, you see there are two functions. We will be using a product rule. Dy by dx equals first function as it is. Differentiation of cos 3x is minus sin 3x. And now we will do for 3x. It will be 3 only. Plus cos of 3x as it is. Differentiation of e to the power 6x will be e to the power 6x, and differentiation of 6x will be 6. So we have minus 3 e to the power 6x sine of 3x plus 6 cos of 3x e to the power 6x. This is what we have now. Now we can again, take e to the power 6x, 3e to the power 6x is common, and again apply the product rule, or directly also we can solve it. Clear? So let us take it common first. We will take minus 3 e to the power 6x common. So what we are left with inside the bracket? Here we are just left with sine 3x. Clear? Plus what we are left here with 2 cos of 3x. This will be the first equation. Now we will again differentiate it with respect to x. We will get d square y by dx square equal to first function as it is. So let me keep it as it is. Okay. Into sin 3x differentiation will be cos of 3x, and 3x differentiation will be 3, plus 2 into cos of 3x differentiation is minus of sin 3x, right? And sin 3x, then 3x differentiation is 3 only, so into 3. Clear? So what we have just done, keeping the first function as it is, we have differentiated second. Now plus second function as it is and differentiation of first function. First function is minus 3 e to the power 6x. So minus 3 as it is, e to the power 6x will be e to the power 6x, and of 6x the differentiation will be 6. Now on the new sheet I will be writing the values, right? Let us take a new page and write second derivative value, d square y by dx square. So I'll multiply all the things inside just to see. In the first one, what we will get is, we will multiply this minus 3 e to the power 6s inside this. Clear? One more thing to pay attention here is, when we did this, we have not changed the sign. When we took minus 3 common here minus should come up. So here it is minus, right? So changing it to minus and then writing by multiplying all the things inside, we get the answer for this as, so we will get the first term as minus 9 e to the power 6x cos of 3x minus 18 e to the power 6x sine of 3x minus 18 e to the power 6x sine of 3x, and the last term will be minus, it will be plus 36 e to the power 6x into cos of 3x. Now you see we can combine these two terms. So minus 9 and plus 36 we will get. So the answer will be 27 e to the power 6x cos of 3x, and you see minus 18 and minus 18 is 36 e to the power 6x sine of 3x. So this will be the answer for the question number 7. Let us move to question number 10. In question number 10, we have been given the function as sine of log x. Let us first differentiate it with respect to x. We get sine of log x will be cos of log x, and then differentiation of log x will be 1 upon x. Clear? This will be there. Now differentiating it again with respect to x, we get the answer as, we can apply product rule as well as quotient rule here. We can write it as x to the power minus 1 and can apply the product rule. Let us do that. Cos of log x into x to the power minus 1. So first of all, I will keep cos of log x as it is, and x to the power minus 1 will give us minus 1 upon x square as the differentiation, plus x to the power minus 1, that means 1 by x as it is. Cos of log x will be minus sine of log x, and of log x it will be 1 upon x. So you just see we have minus 1 upon x square cos of log x minus 1 upon x square sine of log x. Clear? Now you can take 1 upon x square common, minus 1 upon x square as common, can write the answer in more simplified way. So this is how you are going to solve the questions of your exercise 5.7. So in homework question exercise 5.7, the question that you have to do are, you will be doing question number 2, question number 4, question 6, question 8, question number 9. So there are 5 questions only, will not take much time, so you need to do them and revise. Also read about second order derivative from the NCERT book. This is all for today. Thank you so much.